Good evening, everyone. Please drop your name and where you're joining us from.
This is what happens if you could continually increase the density. So to start off,
Good evening, everyone. Please drop your name and where you're joining us from. Good evening. Welcome. Tell us your name and where you're joining us from. Welcome, Blessing. Welcome, Blessing. Welcome, Osita. Welcome. Let's wait for others to join before we kick off. Welcome, Adebayo. Let's be patient. Let's wait for others to join in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Welcome, Balemu. Welcome, my guy. Welcome, Chinedu. Yep. Welcome, fam. Welcome. I'll be starting in a jiffy. Good evening. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Massive drop on gold. Welcome. Welcome, Prince. All right, let's kick off. So we'll be doing continuation of our yesterday class. We are talking about how to trade currency pair. Yesterday we talked mainly on how to analyze the synthetic market and how to navigate all those stuff. Whereby I told people that the time to focus to place trade is at midnight, right? Should I drop a recap on that yesterday's class? I talked about I talked about when price is an uptrend, you've identified the price is an uptrend, right? Then this is the minor structure, like I taught you guys. So you trade this breakout here. I told you guys that price moves well during the night on synthetic indices. Yeah. So in a few minutes, Sacha Local will join us. So this is it. This is the breakout. You get me? So this is an example of it. You see what happened there. Price pushed up. Then this, 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 this. The only way for you to join this trend, this bullish trend now, is for you to catch this breakout. This is just a typical example. It's for you to catch this breakout from here. So I hope people understand. I hope you guys understand it. Please, I need your comments. I hope you guys understand it. Let me know what I should throw more light before we go into what we have today. Meanwhile, Mr. Charles Ockham will join us in 15 minutes time, so don't miss out. If you don't understand it, you can ask your question then. But then, if you understand, type one on the chat box. So that's it. No questions. So this was the strategy I taught you guys yesterday. Please, if you understand this, can you drop one on the chat box? Good evening, Prosper. Welcome, brother. Welcome, bro. Welcome. So, um, okay, you understand a little. No problem. Consistent practice will make you understand better. And again, um, what else I would like us to do is that this class doesn't just end here. In our Wednesday live sessions, I will continue with the classes. I still have a lot to show you guys on trading gold. Like this gold trade here now, this sell, I saw it, I caught it beforehand. This, this, this here. So Engagement. Price has gone down over 1,000 pips like this now in less than 4 hours. See how crazy it is. This is what I'll be teaching you on how to trade gold mainly. So, all right, Clement said he got it. All right, nice one, guys. So, but then see the thing here. The truth of the matter is if you don't know market structure, if you don't know market structure, it will be really hard for you in this business. You get me? So more than anything, price basically moves from resistance to resistance. That's where the structure comes in place. Forget about the entry models that you see everywhere. The most important thing is knowing the structure of the market. And if you are not able to do that, that's where the business will be quite hard for you. You get me? So that's it. So I would like to show you guys how to draw out zones on this code. Don't worry, this class, this code, this currency pair class I'm about to do now, we are not going to finish it today. Why? Because our guest will be joining us very soon, so we cannot finish it today. But we'll have subsequent classes like the Wednesday live session. Will continue from there, so it doesn't just end here. So take this one for example. This is an uptrend. This is an uptrend, right? Then you see this point here. Let me know is this. See this point here. These are your zones. So these are your zones. So the first thing you do when you want to trade this gold chart, mark out the zones. You know why? Why in as much as they say gold is very volatile, but it can be volatile to your own advantage. You know why? A little move can give you 100 pips. No, our problem in this business is actually greed. If you can catch 100 pips with a good loss size, you should be done for the day. But want to catch the whole market, something like that. Get so these zones now. The first thing you do is to draw it out. Then reaction, the way price reacts from this zone. So let me give you an analogy here. So number four is entry. Yes, so first and foremost is your structure. Number two is session. When this methodology I'm teaching you plays out is mainly during New York session and London session. So candlestick reaction, all this I'll break it down for us during the Wednesday live session. You understand? But for now, learn how to draw out your structure. Let me show you guys how I draw out structure now. Let's take for example now on this chart now. See my structure. Let me draw out here. See this, this. Where you draw out the structure is mainly 4 hours, 1 hour, and day one. Mhm. You see? Hello? So this is it. So watch out for price reaction around these zones. So now, drawing out the zone is not the only thing for you to do. Drawing out the zone is not the only thing for you to do. Another thing you need to watch out for is candlestick reaction. You don't just place trade because of price hit a particular zone. You understand? So you watch out for candlestick reactions before you enter a trade. But that's a whole topic on it, on its own. You get me? So let me keep drawing out the structures here. But don't use this long line, no. Use this instead. I'm coming. Let me clear out everything here. Use this instead for drawing out your structure. Don't worry. Before the end of this class, you see the reaction of gold from this zone. So meanwhile, I think I'll have to pause. Our guest is around and will be joining us very soon. I'm trying to bring him on. So hold on, I'm trying to bring him in. All right, he is here. He is here.
All right,
Yes,
he
sir.
is here.
Welcome.
Yeah, so how you guys doing? Sorry, my schedule these days is total madness, crazy man.
It's
So I
fine, sir.
mean, I find
Welcome,
it
sir.
hard to I'm finding it hard to keep up lately. So, but I'm happy to be here. I'm just sharing the link now with my community so that they can also join in. All right. So you guys should give me just 1 minute to um, just update my community and let them know that I'm engaging somewhere. All right. So, Kelvin, you can go ahead. Go ahead with whatever you stopped. And
All right. I was just showing them some few things on the chat before I
okay.
usher. So, as I was saying, the way you trade gold is actually a very volatile pair. That's just the truth. It's a very volatile pair. So, you must wait for candlestick reactions around your zone before you place any trade. That's just it. Another thing again is that if you are someone that is always moved by the market movement, you shouldn't near gold because it will always do some kind of moves that will make you want to enter this enter a trade. So you must learn patience too while trying to trade gold. That's just it. So, like I said, the sessions that works with this methodology is mainly London session and New York session. That's when I know gold is very, very much volatile. Then sometimes Asian section too. Sometimes Asian section, though it started off recently though. So that's it. So are you ready to take over?
Just one moment. Just 1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute. Oh, I'm always excited anytime I get the opportunity to talk to fellow traders because I have this feeling that we are endangered species. So there's this spirit of brotherhood that I really have for fellow traders. Yeah. So I have a special love for my fellow traders. So how long ago did you guys start?
Let's say 31 minutes ago.
Okay, 30 minutes ago. All right, no problem. So can I go on now? Are we good?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I'm trying to join on my phone so I can also be following the chats, the comment section, and everything. Can I see? Okay, I think let me check from here. Okay, okay, good. I think I can see the comments from here, from here, from here, from here, from here. All right. So, good evening, everyone. Good to see you guys. I'm excited every time I get to speak to fellow traders. An exciting time. So, first of all, big appreciations to Kelvin and his amazing team. So thank you for having me. Thank you for inviting me to join you guys today. All right.
Welcome, sir.
So today, yes, thank you very much. So today I'll be speaking about trading psychology. the trading psychology blueprint. Now, I know this sounds cliche. I know that every time you hear trading psychology, usually what comes to your mind is um, all the all the possible emotions that somebody will have when they are trading the forex market, which is inclusive of the fear, inclusive of everything: fear, impatience, greed, uh, FOMO. That's usually what comes to people's mind when they think about trading psychology. So when you're taking trading psychology, most of the time, that's usually what you're thinking. You're trying to, imagine all the possible emotions you feel, all the feelings that comes with trading and everything. But one mistake that a lot of traders make when it comes to trading psychology is that they try to deal with all those feelings and all those emotions without dealing with the person who is actually having those emotions. So you're trying to handle patience as if patience is an external factor from yourself. You're trying to handle greed as if greed is not you being greedy. You're trying to handle FOMO as if the person trying to having the fear of missing out of trades is somebody outside of yourself. So most times most traders don't get that you can actually just use one stone and kill all the bets as regards trading psychology now in this sense. So you can do just one thing or focus on changing one single thing, and it affects everything across board, affects the way you trade entirely. You understand? I usually make this statement every time, which is the trader is more important than his trades. The person who is trading is more important than the trade he's taking. If you focus on the trades, you will lose the trader. But if you focus on the trader, you will minimize your losing trades. Now, this is real because the person who is taking the trade, the person who is feeling all the fear, feeling all the trading psychology problems, all the FOMO, everything is you. At the end of the day, it is you. That's why most of the time when I try to tackle trading psychology or try to teach trading psychology, I take it from the aspect of trading psychology being you as the problem. Because the day you stop blaming every other thing aside yourself in Forex, that's the day you start winning. The day you stop blaming the market, the day you stop blaming, the broker, the day you stop blaming. Some people are even blaming mentors now. Some people are blaming mentors now. So when they lose money, straight up, they blame the mentor, or they blame the signal provider, or they blame the account manager. There are just many people to blame. But the day you stop blaming every other person in the market and start taking responsibility, knowing fully well that the outcomes of your trade are a result of your decision-making process, that is the day your trading starts to actually change. So if, for instance, you're still seeing every time you lose the trade and you blame it on impatience, now that's a good thing to do. But however, that's not the full story, because at the end of the day, you are the one impatient. Impatient did not come on you. You are the person that developed that impatient from inside of you. So if you handle whatever it is inside of you that is making you impatient, the impatience will automatically go. For instance, let's take greed, for instance. Now, there is something innate in every one of us that kind of predisposes you to greed, to want to be greedy. You've made 1:5 and you want to do 1:10. Is something inside you that is producing that greed. For instance, okay, let me give you this analogy now. Now, take this analogy. If I if let's say I see a cockroach, let's say a cockroach is flying and I get to kill it, and I press it, I kill it, and press it. You don't Blood does not come out from cockroach. Have you ever seen where a kill cockroach and blood came out? Why? Because cockroach does not have blood. You understand? There's nothing inside of a cockroach that has blood, so blood will not come out. If I squeeze an orange, what will I say now? Foam doesn't come out from it. You understand what I mean? Like foamy water. It doesn't come out from orange when you squeeze it, because it doesn't contain it. Whatever is inside of what you squeeze is what comes out. So when it comes to trading psychology problems, all the impatience, all the greed, all the FOMO, all the selfishness, the fear, everything, fear, all of them, all those emotions are coming from inside of you. You are the main producer and sponsor of those emotions. So if you can handle where that emotion is coming from, all these emotions will naturally go. Trading psychology, learning trading psychology is a journey to self-awareness. I usually like to put it like that. Trading psychology is not a hit and run. It's not something you learn today and then you handle it forever and ever. I usually teach my students that trading psychology is something you keep learning in different phases as you grow as a trader. Even till today, I'm learning trading psychology because it never ends. Now, why doesn't it ever end? Because the me that started trading is not the me that is trading now. I have new problems than I have when I started trading. When I started trading as a single man. So I didn't have any problem. Greed was not my problem. In fact, greed for me was good when I started trading because that means I can make more money and nobody suffers. If I lose the
Yeah.
money, I can go home and cry alone. No problem. But greed can be my problem now because I know if I ever attempt to be greedy in the markets and stake more than I'm willing to lose, if I lose that money, many mouths are on that money. There are, I mean, tens of people I'm paying school fees for. Who will pay that school fees if I become over greedy? You understand? There are mouths to feed. So the trading psychology problems I have now is not the same I have when I started. So it's a journey to self-discovery. And in fact, even when I started, maybe started transition into going to Forex full time, the trading psychology problems I had then is not the same I have now that I'm running a company that has 3 subsidiaries. So my trading psychology problem is advancing, but the solution is also advancing at the same time. So, for instance, now I have currently in the company, we have about over 14 people working currently in TradeWave, and all these 14 people need to get paid. So, there are some problems I can't afford to have in trading. So, I totally avoid them as a matter of natural instinct. For instance, I don't think there is anything in this life that can come over me that will make me to risk all my money in one single trade. I can't have that problem. Like forever, ever is gone. You understand? I can't just maybe, let's say my account is down maybe 10% or 20%. I'll now get angry and be like, I beg, let all the money go. And I'll now risk everything on one single trade. There is no, I can't have that. It can't exist. I can never do it ever again in my entire life. And it's not because I got wiser. Simply, it's survival instinct. Because I know that this money now, worst case scenario, this is the money I'm depending on to use to pay salaries. This is the money I'm depending to pay school fees. This is the money I'm depending to buy things for myself, for my wife, and everybody depending on me, even my family. So I can't be having petty trading psychology issues now. My trading psychology issues now is almost reverse of what it is when I started trading. So it has moved from not minding losing all my money to trying to ensure that I don't even lose more than I'm willing to lose in the first place. So you see that trading psychology is not a hit and run. You can't fix it once and it's gone. It's a journey. You keep learning at every stage of your life. Your trading psychology problems as a single man will not be the same when you become a married man. It will not be the same when you become, maybe you have more responsibilities. As the responsibilities add up, the more trading psychology problems will you begin to encounter. I remember when I decided to go fully into managing, investors' funds and began to, look out for people to fund and for me to manage money for them. I found out different tributaries of trading psychology problems that I never knew existed. I didn't know there was a part of trading psychology that also demands that you're managing your emotions and managing another person's emotions. Because the way I used to do account management then is free. Most times they also have
Mm.
access to the login. So they are seeing everything. If I'm on a losing trade, I have to also sustain a particular level of mental energy and emotional energy to be sure that I'm carrying them along. So anytime they call me and be like, what's happening? I sustain that mental energy to tell them, don't worry, it's fine. Don't just look
Everything
away.
is fine.
You get, because you're down, the investor is down, and the person will start losing confidence in you. Get what I'm trying to say? So
Yeah.
trading psychology is John. You just, it's not a one shoe fits all. You can't learn it all in one day. Every single day you are learning trading psychology in the market. Every single day. You understand? So it's a journey. And if you understand and have a proper blueprint and begin to point out who the real enemy is, your trading begins to change. You understand? Now, there's this thing we usually do in medical school. They'll tell you that you can't treat a problem that you've not diagnosed. You're a medical person too, so you understand. You
Yeah.
have to perform, diagnosis. Do history taking. Who is this patient? What is wrong with the patient? How did this start? How's it developed? What makes the pain worse? What makes the pain less? With all of that, you can now make a diagnosis and say, okay, This is the problem. When you now know the
Yeah.
problem, then you now start treating. Any other treatment you try to do aside knowing what given having a proper diagnosis is quack, is quackery. You get what I'm saying? It's quack. So in trading psychology, after all the analysis, after everything is said and done, analyzing all the parts of your trading that is working and the one that is not working, at the end of the day, there is one single problem to it. There's one single diagnosis. You are the problem. Nobody else.
Exactly.
Broker is not the mentor. You, my friend, are the problem. And the day you begin to understand that and begin to take literally take laws into your hands and begin to deal with the person who is the real problem, your trading begins to change. So I'm trying to reconfigure our mentality to understand what trading psychology is and begin to attack it head on. You understand? Stop the blame games. I mean, it's do away with the blame games. Any trader I see right now that still blames the markets, blames the broker because they are making losses, I just know that you're a baby trader. You're still, you're still taking milk, you know. You're still taking milk. The day you become serious, you begin to call a spade. And who is the spade? You are the spade. You begin to deal with the real problem. You get. So trading psychology is a real thing, and the person who needs to be handled is you. So in this few 10 minutes now, because like I told you, Kelvin, I have a training by 7 o'clock. So that's why I'm trying to run. Okay. So please bear with me, all right? Hope that's okay. So sorry guys, I wanted to do full like 40 minutes or so, but I'll have to run in like 10 minutes. So please bear with me. Let's do this fast. Okay, is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. So that said, let's now begin to zero in on how to begin to deal with the real problems in trading psychology. The real problem now in trading psychology, which is yourself. Now, first of all, there are two things to understand. There are two things that affect your decisions. Now, remember, I always tell you guys, or I've always said on my Instagram and all my social media, I've always thought that when it comes to um, trying to handle trading psychology and when it comes to trying to um, deal with the all the emotions and all the feelings that comes to trading psychology, one of the major reasons and one of the major things to try to zero in on is the decision making process. Now, every trade you take is a decision. In fact, the real definition of a trade is a decision to buy or sell. It is not to buy or sell. Now, let me take that again so that you get what I'm trying to say. Trading is not buying and selling. Trading is the decision to buy or sell. Now, that means that if you want to make your trading to get better, you invest your time and energy and knowledge in the decision making process and not in the buying and selling process. So the main thing that makes a good trader is the quality of the decisions he's making. If a trader is somebody who makes poor decisions, even in life, he will make poor decisions when it comes to trading. But for somebody who makes quality decisions in life, most of the time, your trading decisions is always top notch. Most of the time, that's usually the case. So the decision to trade is actually more important than the clicking of the buying or the selling. Now, with that in mind, that tells you that there are two things I'll give you now. Number one is decision making process. That's the first thing you must invest in. Invest in the decision making process. Don't see For you to make quality decision, you need knowledge, like quality knowledge. Understand the market from beginning to end. Don't take risk on some of these things I'm telling you, because I remember when I was a losing trader, just like maybe even some of you here. I remember when I was a losing trader. My worst problem or my greatest problem then used to be ignorance that I didn't know was ignorance. Ignorance that masqueraded itself as just sheer, choice of what to learn. So as at then, I used to things like the basic knowledge and basic understanding of forex market. Sometimes I felt like it was a bit too bulky. So I was learning a lot of peripheral, and at some point, say even beyond the peripheral, I remember there was a time I now started, consciously decided to start going deep. When I found out that the basic things I knew was not actually what was making, was moving the market or was even going to make me profitable. For instance, now many of you know what is, break of structure, change of character, support and resistance. But one question I always try to ask is, why do you think support and resistance happens actually? What's the main reason? What's the underlying factor that actually makes support and resistance work? Why? Why is it that anytime market comes into support, it will go up? Why is it that when it gets resistance, it will go down? Some of you know it on the surface as a theory, but you don't know the reason behind the theory. Why does the support actually support, and why does the resistance actually resist? It's beyond just knowing that that's what they've always said. Well, that's what our forefathers have always done in the market. They've bought a support, they've sold a resistance. So anytime the market gets the support, you buy. If it gets the resistance, sell. But why? Because at the end of it, it's human beings that is clicking this buy and clicking this sell. So why are they clicking? You get what I'm trying to say now? Because if you begin to zero in on the particular knowledge that moves the market, that's when I began to learn, for me personally, that's when I began to actually understand the concept of liquidity. It began to make more sense to me that, okay, this market moving from here to here is not just that it's a software moving. For this person to put this amount of money to make this market to go up, or for this person to pull out this amount of funds to make the market go down, there's a reason behind it. And I began to study those reasons. What makes hedge funds buy? If they want to take a stake, why are they taking that stake? If they want to bet on Euro USD, why are they betting on Euro USD? If they want to go, buy, maybe, go bullish on US oil, why are they going bullish on US oil? I began to study the structure. I enrolled for CFA classes because of these things I'm telling you. Some of you didn't know I'm currently taking CFA classes. CFA is Chartered Financial Analyst. Paid good money to, start the training and started learning like the core basics, because I found out that my problem was really, most of my trading psychology problems were sponsored by lack of knowledge of what is happening. The day I began to go more in depth, that was the day I found out that, look, this market is not against you. In fact, the market doesn't care. The market doesn't care if you're making $20 million or 30, 100. The market doesn't care, doesn't even know you exist. Maybe your broker does. Who knows? If you're using a roadside broker, maybe your broker does. But however, the market doesn't care. And the day I began to understand liquidity and what actually moves the market, I mean, I stopped the blame games. I stopped blaming every human being in this world. All the blames if I lose money, is me. If I, of course, there are some reasons, there are some times you lose the money in the market. Actually, it's not you. It might be just maybe, just market doing its thing. The market's being market. You understand? But most of the time, I just take the blame. Even the one that I shouldn't take the blame for, I take the blame, because I want to work on the person whose decision in this market is most important, which is myself. So making an investment in that decision-making process is the first thing. Invest money in knowledge. There's no amount of money you pay for knowledge that you will not in practice begin to get back the money from. I'm telling you the truth though, because I know some money you pay is not even, I'm not even talking about mentorship now. I'm not even talking about mentorship. I'm talking about paying money to assess a level of company and access to people. See, oh God, I don't want to go deeper into some levels now, but let me tell you sincerely speaking.
Go deeper, sir.
Yeah. Let me tell you guys sincerely, in all sense of sincerity, if you can, be friends with your broker. I won't say more than this. If you really can, make your broker your best friend. Find somebody in the brokerage who you can hold like bread and butter. There's some informations that you can get from brokerages that will give you an entire change of mind about the market, about the entire industry. My mentor, Sai Jimmy, used to say that if you come into the industry, any industry whatsoever, study the chain of, the flow, the chain of the process chain in every industry. Who are the top feeders? Who are the bottom feeders? How are they feeding? What's the process? What's the chain? You get what I'm trying to say? Oh my God. Sorry, guys. 1 minute. Let me handle something. Just quickly. Just 1 minute, guys. Let me mute and just handle something.
Hold on, guys. I hope people are gaining value. um, Many things are involved in this business, so to be very frank, many things are involved. I told you the list of your problems will be strategy. Strategy will be the list of your problems in this business. To be very frank, strategy will be the list of your problem in this business because many things are beyond your control. And if you can focus on what you can control, it will be way more easier for you. To be frank, to be frank, to be frank, to be frank. So as much as you can, just do the needful. That's just it. That was then when I used to be worried if it's for classes I paid for classes for but until I learned that this business is me versus me. That's just it. It's you versus you. It's not even you against the market because the market will beat you.
All right, so we're back. All right, so I need to handle something quickly, right?
Yeah.
All right, so as I was saying, as much as you possibly can, be friends with your broker. Don't beef brokerages. I'm telling you, be friends with them. There are some informations that you can get from a broker that will change your trading and the way you see trading entirely. I'm telling you the sincere truth. And I keep learning every day. I'm an avid learner. I love and I pay for access. I'm paying for access now. Is not like I said mentorship. Sometimes it can just be access to be in certain places where certain things are being discussed. There's some certain people on their birthday, I just show up, just send them 200,000. It's not because I like you that much, but simply because I want to establish a certain kind of rapport that if tomorrow I ask you something, you will not hide anything from me. Some it can be showing maybe their daughter is doing naming ceremony. You just show up. They didn't invite you. Show up. Give something in quantum. Something that they will not forget. You understand? Because like I said, you need access to a lot of information. I'm telling you the truth. I can't remember, I think it was my students that was telling that, you can get access to certain, from certain stakeholders in this industry that would ensure that your year will be profitable. Like in 1 year, you'll be profitable back to, I mean, every single month, you'll be profitable back to back to back to back to back. Don't take access for granted. I'm telling you, invest in knowledge. Anybody that has that knowledge you're looking for or has the access to the knowledge you're looking for, don't take it for granted. Don't just assume that is see, if the only thing you know in trade is candlestick, you're a bottom feeder. If the only thing you know is candlestick, trend line, buy support, sell resistance, you lose money in this market. They lose money in this market. See, go for knowledge, pay for access. Okay, if you can, like I said I won't say more than that, but if you can, make your broker your friend. You understand? Get close to the people working in brokerages. It will teach you a lot. Back end information now. Most of the top brokers in this industry now, either they've been to my office once, but the top ones are not all these small guys that are popping up here and there now. Again, the top guys, they've either been to my office or I've been to theirs. So there's some level of information and access I have, and influence I have that is it's part of the things that gives me a high level of advantage in the market. For instance, I had a particular broker call me today, and I mean like the one of the Oga called me that he needed to do this, do this, do this, do this. I needed me to connect him to this person, this person, this person. I'm not a broker. I don't work for a broker. But he called me because he knows that I have assets. You understand? Now, tomorrow, if I need something or have it, and I was able to the person was trying to reach, back and forth. I chatted up, the person responded immediately. I chatted, same time, same second. I sent the message. This person has been trying to reach out to, send Instagram messages. The person replied instantly, immediately. Do you understand? Now, if tomorrow I need something or have maybe I need some level of information as to what's happening in the market, what will likely happen, what is the future. I mean, do you think they'll deny me that kind of access? You understand? So let me tell you, if you can get close to your broker. That's number one thing, decision. Okay, invest in the decision making process, which ultimately means invest in the invest in knowledge. Okay, invest in knowledge, pay for mentorship, pay for access, get premium information about how this market actually works. It will help you a lot. Number two, and the final thing that I'll give you guys before I go. Number two, invest in your community, or aka invest in your environment. Now, some of you don't understand that your outer environment usually shapes your inner consciousness. And what I mean by that is the things you see, the things you hear, the things you see, the things you hear ultimately shapes the way and the outlook you have in life and even on the market. The people around you, what they believe in, what they are thinking, how they process facts, how they process figures are all are the things that influence your ultimate decision making process. Some of you take for granted things like community, being in quality community groups, having people around you who understand the business and are willing to literally die on the business. Some of my, not one of my greatest discouragement when I started trading, or was supposed to be my greatest discouragement, were my closest people. When I mean closest, like I mean family relationships. You understand? My relations, they were the ones that didn't believe in trading the most, because of most of the time, because of the money I was losing. And you would not blame them, because they didn't want me to be losing and be angry for losing every time. So I wouldn't blame them. But however, the people that encouraged me the most and ensured I did not give up were people that were also in the same business, understood the same business, and were willing to actually stay through to make it work. So if you're not intentional about investing in your community, investing in the people, being in quality places where people actually truly believe in trading. I know people that have stopped trading and run away from trading simply because they heard somebody say trading is scam, or they heard somebody say things like they are not they are selling courses. They are they're selling courses. See, let me tell you, anything that militates against that decision that you've made to stay true and actually make it through Forex, anything that militates against that decision, whether it's in words, whether it's in action, in people's approach, mannerism, talks, side talks, careless talks, anything that militates against all those kind of passion you have about this industry, do away with it. Don't see. I remember the day I made the decision that anybody that is making it in this industry, I'm interested in learning from them. There is nobody in this industry now that I can't learn from. I might not like their lifestyle, I might not like everything they do or how they do their things, but I'm willing to learn. I learn from every single person in this industry. Sometimes when they go live, I just join Nicodemously, just join, and I'm listening, I'm learning, because there's something that that I don't know. Every single person you meet out there knows something you don't know. For the fact that they grew up 20, 22, 25 years, 20, 30 years of their life and you've never met them, means that they've had experiences of life that you've never had.
Yeah.
There's something I can learn from Kelvin, because Kelvin, I don't know where he grew up in. He doesn't know where I grew up in. So that means there's some people he met, there's some things he heard, there's some things he experienced, there's some things he did that I might never in my entire life get to chance to experience. But because he has experienced it, I can get to learn it from him without experiencing those things. So every single person that I see making it in this industry, I'm interested in learning. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing that I'm not doing? And what are you doing that I can start doing? And you learn that way. So take out the time to invest in your environment. Surround yourself with people who actually believe that trading actually works, and actually you see them putting in the work to actually make it work. You understand? Don't see. Energy is a real thing. The people
Yeah,
around you either, yeah, energy is a real thing. I'm telling you, the people around you either are sucking your energy or they are giving you their own energy. That's how life works. That's how life really, really works. That's how life works. You
true.
are either taking in from their energy or they are giving you their own energy. And if you're not willing to invest and know the places where your energy is not being drained but energized, if you're careless not to know those places and know those people and begin to link up with them, you will think somebody is doing you, but at the end you're doing yourself, because you take
Yeah,
one step forward and 10 steps backward. You take 2 steps and take 5 steps backward, because inside yourself you've not built in the inner courage and inner energy to keep going regardless. And that kind of energy can only come if you begin to associate with the right people and at the right time. I know the impact of being around high net worth individuals did for me. The reason why you don't see me maybe dress carelessly or talk carelessly or behave in certain way is because of the people I mingle with. I mingle with billionaires. You understand? I see the way they talk. I see the way they dress. I can't come and do less. You understand? Now, yes, see, everybody with their own style of, with their own style of doing things, their own lifestyle, their own dressing, everybody with their own. I'm not here to judge anybody, you get. But I'm trying to say that based on the people I mean and the people I've seen, there's a certain way they talk. And I mean people that are running companies that are employing hundreds and thousands of people. I see the way they dress, I see the way they talk. That's what I'm looking out for. That's what I have in front of me. Some of you
yeah,
have the image of success you have inside of you is somebody on ripped jeans, on dyed hair, and sweatshirt, and maybe in front of a Ferrari. That's nice. If that's the image you have in front of you, beautiful. But what I have in front of me are people who are stepping into serious boardrooms. You understand? People who make decisions that change culture, that influence an entire country. That's what I'm looking at. You understand? So that kind of energy I get anytime I'm around those people is precious to me, because it gives a certain level of motivation that I don't get elsewhere. Everything I try to invest, for instance, now I'm building a system, I'm building a software. It's live, but we're still doing some back testing, a lot of things actually to make the software work and to give it the kind of longevity and assurance that we can easily go to, start pitching to banks to partner with what we're doing. You understand? That's the level I'm thinking. I'm not thinking that forever in my life I will come every day. I come to my, I'll do day trading, open chat, check support, check resistance, check. That's low level thinking. I'm looking at a level where I can have a system, a 100% assured system that I can easily and boldly walk into First Bank headquarters and tell them, I want to see your MD. I have something that will make this your company 50% more profit than you have been making every year, and deliver on it. That's the level I'm thinking. And when I mingle with people that are doing the same thing in different industries, I can't do less. So don't play with energies. Don't just see, don't make friends on the road. My mentor used to say, don't make friends on the roadside. You understand? Everybody will say my circle believe what I believe. They talk what I talk. If you're talking anything below, I keep you one side. But you see that energy, I must sustain it,
yeah.
because that's what builds up in my life, and that's what gives me the advantage that many other traders don't have. So see, there's no time. Kelvin, thank you for having me. Hope you guys learned
No
something.
problem.
It's 3 minutes to 7. I need to run now. Hope you guys got value. If you got value for what I said, please type value on the comment section. I need to run now. All right. So if you got value, let me know that you guys got value on the comment section, and I need to go. Okay. Maybe some other time we'll continue this conversation.
No
Then we'll
problem.
have part two some other time. All right.
Wow, nice one, nice
Okay.
one. You see this thing about vibration, energy, frequency, vibration. It's really crazy.
yeah,
Very, very
yeah,
important.
yeah. Wow, wow. I can see you guys are getting serious, but okay, I see a lot value, value, value. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for having
All
me.
right.
Kelvin,
Thank you,
thank you
sir.
so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for
I
sharing your
appreciate it.
community with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So please, if you join from our WhatsApp group, please follow this channel now. Follow this channel ASAP. Orchid Capital. Orchid Capital is my mentee. So it's full endorsement from me to you. All right. So please
Thank you
follow
so
this
much,
channel.
sir.
All right. Anything he's telling you,
Thank you
believe
so
it.
much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really
All right.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you guys. See you guys
All
some
right.
other time. Bye for now.
Bye, sir. So, welcome, guys. As you can see, it was a wonderful session, and I'm glad you guys gained value. I'm glad you guys gained value. I'm glad you guys gained value. So, see the thing about, let me just continue from where you stop because we'll soon end very soon. There's one thing about energy, frequency, vibration. See them tell you, but any result that you're not getting, there are people getting that kind of result. And until you know what they know, you start getting that kind of result. There are some people doing $10,000 per month. There are some people doing $100,000 per month. And you might think it's just a mirage that is not possible until you get close to them and see what they do and you start replicating that kind of result. That's just the wholesome truth. That's just the wholesome truth. You see, FX Daddy, I connected with him when he came to our school for one seminar like that. I think that was in 2022. Ever since then, you can see the shift in my life from then. You get, so that's just the wholesome truth. More than this thing you see on the chat. I told you the list of your problems in this business will be strategy. Is your mind, your mind, your mind. I'm telling you the truth. So as much as you can fix your mind, everything is done. Everything is done. So please, if you are here, please can you like this video? Do me a favor, like this video and subscribe to this channel. Yeah, just these two things. Just like this video and subscribe to this channel. Then for the classes and all that, for the gold trading I'll be teaching you guys. We'll continue on our Wednesday live sessions. We'll have every Wednesday we'll have live sessions and I'll be explaining more in details for you. Just work with me. I bet you gain value. I will not waste your time, I promise you. So that's it. So if you gain value for your time, can you just drop one on the chat box and call it a day? You're welcome. 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 Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to my brother, Honjo Billy, my brother. Shout out to him. So that's it. That's it. Focus on these three things: your energy, your frequency, your vibration. Try to work among people that are wise. You'll be wise. It's fine. So we'll call it a day. See you on the next one. So this is almost 1 hour. So to avoid people taking so to be easier for people to watch. So I have to call it a day. So see you guys on the Wednesday live session. We'll continue from the classes. Bye for now.